Morning, everybody. There is a story of a Cherokee chief who told his grandson one evening about a battle that goes on inside all people. He said, "My son, the battle is between two wolves inside all of us. One is evil. It is anger, envy, jealousy, sorrow, regret, greed, arrogance, self-pity, resentment, inferiority, lies, pride, superiority, and ego. The other is good. It is joy, peace, love, hope, serenity, humility, kindness, benevolence, empathy, generosity, truth, compassion, consideration, and faith." The grandson thought about it for a minute and then asked his grandfather, "Which wolf wins?" And the Cherokee chief merely replied, "The one you feed." The passage we have in today's gospel reading is not just about the opponents of Jesus being mean towards him. They were. The story is bigger. The passage is about people in religious power and authority becoming an obstacle to God's plan of salvation. Not only that, they began to accuse Jesus, the very Son of God, of colluding with evil. Beelzebul was the chief god of the Philistines, who were the ancient enemies of Israel. And in Jesus' time, Beelzebul came to be known as the prince of devils. The Pharisees were saying that Jesus was colluding with evil himself. What they did not understand was this, that the eternal battle between good and evil was being played out right in front of their eyes. And they chose to feed the wrong wolves. Jesus tried to reason it out with the Pharisees and his opponents. And he reasoned it out through the parable of the kingdom divided against itself. Jesus says, "A kingdom divided against itself just cannot stand." And so he says towards the end, "Whoever is not with me is against me, and whoever does not gather with me scatters." Folks, whether it is within ourselves or whether it is in our world outside, the eternal struggle between good and evil is constantly playing itself out. In every choice that we make, the struggle between good and evil is constantly being played out. And whether we are people in authority or not, God has given us the power, and this is tremendous power that each one of us have. God has given us the power to make eternal choices. And the choices we make today have eternal implications. Now, the problem often is that we are not all good and all evil, isn't it? We are people who are smarter than that. Sometimes we like to feed the wolf, sometimes we like to feed the good wolf. Sometimes we are in both worlds, and that's the bigger problem, isn't it? Christian spirituality and Christian discipleship is about the choices we make that Jesus would make. Whether we feed the right wolves, whether we learn in life which wolves to feed. Jesus feeds us. Today, which wolf will we feed? Amen.